Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. If you saw the movie Being the Ricardos, you only scratched the surface into going into the life of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. The documentary Lucie and Desi goes even further into their love story. It's streaming on Amazon Prime, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Now, you may know Amy Poehler best from her work on Saturday Night Live and Parks and Recreation. Now she's stepping behind the camera, directing this inside look at the unconditional love between Lucille Ball and her husband, Desi Arnaz. Poehler takes this in a pretty chronological order, with their daughter, Lucie Arnaz Luckinbill, providing commentary and insight into her parents' marriage and careers. Poehler also uses vintage audio interviews with both Ball and Arnaz, which offer that really rare glimpse into them reflecting on their childhoods, their careers, and their life choices. It's clear that both were trailblazers at a young age. Ball moved to New York when she was 16 to start a career, and she was doing broad comedy and wasn't afraid to look ugly, as Bette Midler states. She did anything to stand out, combating that narrative that she wasn't gorgeous or talented compared to the other actresses working at the time. Arnez was discovered by band leader Xavier Cugat and was a refugee from Cuba after fleeing for his safety. Ball and Arnaz would meet on the set of Too Many Girls and were married 6 months later. Now, I think it'd be easy to just turn this into a Lucille Ball documentary, but Poehler keeps this about both of them, hence the title Lucie and Desi. And as their careers continued to meld with one another, they were adamant about working together for the sake of their marriage and family. Poehler reminds audiences how CBS didn't want Arnaz playing Ball's husband on I Love Lucy, and they continued to receive pushback when she got pregnant again while filming. They needed each other to be successful, and the documentary goes into the business decisions that Desi made with the show and how they were this joint creative entity with Desilu Studios. Now, despite their talent and the progressive nature of what they brought to the industry, Poehler dives into their marriage's eventual downfall and the divorce. It's a really sad breakdown of such a power couple and the love that they had for each other. Actually, both of their second marriages lasted far longer than their marriage to each other. Now, if you're looking into how Ball and Arnaz inspired the next generation, there's a little bit of that in this documentary, but it's not the primary focus. There are interviews with Carol Burnett and Bette Midler describing the impact that Ball had on their careers. And there's some really funny clips featuring Ball on the Carol Burnett show. Lucie and Desi is a beautiful love story thanks to Amy Poehler's focused approach to telling what would have been a really sprawling story. There's just so many different angles that you could take at looking back at these two pioneers, but it's their love story is one that just never gets old. I'm giving Lucie and Desi 4 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. Like I said, the movie reviews, as well as my appearance on Twin Cities Live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip, and then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Lucie and Desi. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.